Yo, 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 what is good? It's your boy BKS Bully with another video for you guys. This is going to be kind of two-parted. As you see, I do have the new EA videos up about the free running situation, so I'm going to comment on that. But first matter of business in this video is the fact that I finally reached my 200 sub mark. I talked about in my last video that I show a shout out to my subs that that sticking with me through me not putting out videos as often, as most would like. But your brother got other things, he got down the pipeline. But I definitely had to give a shout out to my subs that sticking with me, still comment, still listen to what I got to say. And the plan is to grow the channel in the near future, so I'm not gonna stop this thing. Hopefully we can take this thing to the top. So again, for everybody that that sub to me, I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and that's real talk. So with that being said, we're gonna move on to phase 2 of this video, which is pretty much I'm kind of half and half on these videos that I've been seeing. And the first 2 videos you're gonna see is about the free run. Then it's gonna be a video on the first look at the Madden run situation, and then at the end I'm gonna do actually NHL game footage, and I'm gonna get to why I put NHL game footage on here in a few minutes. But right now I do sort of like what I see with the free run method. I just think as far as where it's going, it's a good thing. And they still add an animation, so it's still going to be animation based. So I'm kind of disappointed with that, because I still don't feel like it's going to be a fully physics based engine. So I'm kind of disappointed with that. But I guess if you can't do real-time physics, I guess the next best thing is to add so many animations that it feels like physics. So whatever. As far as the actual movement, and right there with the actual stiff arms you can give, now you can give more like a kind of a punch, which to me is more realistic than a dude just straight up stiff arming somebody to the ground. I like where they're going, and I do see some improvement, but the run game is going to be super charged this year. Think about last season when you had to worry about tackling a read option person, how the whole defense sucked to one side. Now he has all these running options that he have at his disposal at any point in time. It's going to be a nightmare, unless hopefully, from what I actually heard through the grapevine, I can't reveal my source, that they've actually strengthened some AI situations, run pursuit angles and things of that nature. So maybe it'll balance itself out. However, I honestly don't think that's how it's going to work out. With seeing this and then hearing about the heat seeker tackling feature, which I assume is going to be similar to the ball hawk feature, which was featured last season, I would see why you would need to be able to hold one button and be able to make a tackle, because this shit don't make no sense. Some of the moves that these running backs are making, like look, for instance, that right there, he spun and he just dove on the ground. Like, to me, that's not realistic. At some point in time, you guys are gonna have to do something for the defense and stop making offensively charged games. It's stupid. I mean, the ball hawk feature is really unrealistic, and the tackle and the tackle button is going to be unrealistic. Why don't you just make the AI smarter so that you actually have to play a real football game, instead of making games that you can score 60 and 70 points on once you get a relatively decent scheme down? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't really want this to sound like a rant video, but I'm really tired of the offense getting all of the, I played wide receiver, but when it comes to games, I understand the importance of defense and what it is to actually lock down your opponent in order to fight for that one mismatch, to fight for that one broken play that will determine a game. It's not like that in this game. It's pretty much, can I outscore you, and do I make that one pick or throw that one bad pass that messes up your game. But again, neither here nor there. Okay, now as far as what I got up now with the NHL and the collision hit physics, and a lot of people told me that NHL and FIFA are head and shoulders above Madden, and I really thought that was, you know what I'm saying, some bullshit. But to be totally honest, looking at the physics that this game has, as far as the hits, and I mean, it's still a little quirky here and there with maybe the legs, but I mean, damn, at least this makes sense. You know, I can actually see when a dude gets hit and he's absorbing contact, and think, to me, this looks more realistic. And this is technically with on ice with skates, so I could assume that it had to be a little bit difficult and tricky to actually make this happen. And again, you even got to look at the overall improvement between 12 and 14. Now, again, I'm hoping that the improvement between 13 and 25 is noticeable in the game, but as of right now, I don't see it. Now, they're going to release more videos, which I guess, you know, really give me a better indication. So, I mean, it's tough for me to judge and really bash, you know, just based off what I'm seeing. And I think EA, again, and I hate to keep saying this, is moving in the right direction, but I'm tired of the debate, you know, of moving in the right direction. How about we just get there instead of moving in the right direction? That would be refreshing to me. That would make sense to me. That would finally calm a lot of, you know, naysayers down about, you know, 2K and blah blah blah. We could finally answer the question of, can EA put a good product on the shelf? And for me, it's not even about being quote unquote sim. I just want things to make sense. I want the AI to play appropriately. I want the hits, you know, to be realistic. I want the run animations or physics or how whatever they're calling it to be realistic. You know, I want it to be a realistic gameplay. You know, something that's within reason. You know, certain formations in the game shouldn't be dominant just because of the way the AI plays. You know, I mean, I would like for my computer to learn from its mistakes. You know, and, you know, I don't think as a consumer I'm asking for so much. I think, you know, this is a lot of what people have been asking for, and at what point do you start listening to the consumer instead of just trying to sell games? You know, again, I think this is probably one of the first years that I actually debated not getting NCAA and Madden. I really did debate it. I mean, I am going to get it because at the end of the day, I'm a football junkie. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I really had to convince myself that I was going to do it this year. And it has nothing to do with these new animations that I'm seeing. I'm just a football junkie. So, you can just, you know, chalk that up to just me being me. You know, it had nothing to do with EA and, you know, its sell tactics or whatever. So, you know, again, this NHL looks great. Hopefully, Madden does the same, man. But, whatever, man. It's your boy BKS signing out. Holla.